The eagle has landed. Right. This is Sir Mangeya, and this part is on questions involving mensuration. That is volumes and areas of shapes. Then after watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this nice, powerful item. Right. Let's get started. This is the question, as you can see. Right. So this question. Number 1, calculate the volume of a solid cylinder with radius 6 centimeters and height 14 centimeters. Radius 6 centimeters and height 14 centimeters. That's for a cylinder, right? So it says volume of any solid is cross-sectional area times length or times height. So cross-sectional area, a cylinder is yes, actually a circle as its base, right? And this one the height, this one the base. So cross-sectional area or base area is area of a circle, that is pi r squared times height. Then pi times radius is 6 squared times height is 14. You punch in your calculator, you can just simplify. 2 pi times this one is 36 times 14. So you can just say pi times 36 times 14. 504 pi. Please take note, if you can say pi 36 without a multiplication sign here, you get an error in your calculator. That will be an error, right? So it's better to say pi times 36 then times 14. You put a multiplication sign to avoid making errors. Then as a decimal is 1583. Then to 1583.36. To 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3. So it will be like this one, 1580 cubic centimeters. Done. Second part, a solid hemisphere with radius 6 centimeters. So I want to find the volume here of a solid hemisphere with radius 6 centimeters. Then hemisphere is half sphere. Volume of a sphere is this one. Then volume of a half sphere, it will be 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Then you divide by 2. That will be for a hemisphere. So let's find for a sphere first. 4 over 3 pi r, radius is 6 cubed. Then you say the answer over 2. That's for a hemisphere. Right, you can punch here. You say 6 cubed. For those with those funny calculators, you can just say 6 cubed. 6 cubed first. Then you say equal sign. Then times 4 pi. Equal sign. Then divided by 3 first. That's the numerator. It will be 288 pi. Then the answer is say divided by 2. So it's 144 pi. Then to 3 significant figures as a decimal, it's 452.389. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's 452. Done. Next, the cylinder and the hemisphere in part A are joined to form the solid in the diagram. The solid is made of steel of 1 cubic centimeter of steel, and 1 cubic centimeter of steel has a mass of 7.85 grams. Show that 1 cubic centimeter of steel has a mass of this one in kgs. So it's just a matter of converting 7.85 grams to kgs. How? 1 kg is 1000 grams. So you divide by 1000. So you surely get this one, just like that. Next, calculate the total volume of the solid. Total volume of the solid is made up of this sphere, of a hemisphere, this one, and of a cylinder, this one. Right. So to find the volume of this hemisphere, you add these two. Of the shape, you add these two. 1580 plus 452. What do we get here? 2302. So 2 0. Let me confirm. So it's 2032. 2032. This one, the mass actually. the volume is in cubic centimeters. So our question is asking about the mass in kgs. So the volume are 2032 cubic centimeters, but we are given that 1 cubic centimeter is 0.00785 kg. What about this one? It's more, right? So you multiply this one times this item. So it's 2032 times 0.00785 kgs. Then you get your answer. So this one times 0.00785. You get 15.95 to, it will be 16.0 to 3 significant figures. It's 15.954, like this. So it's 16 to 3 significant figures. Then next, 20 cubic centimeter of iron is melted down, and some of it is used to make 50 spheres with radius 2 centimeters. Calculate the percentage of iron that is left over. Right, left over is say total volume minus the volume used to make 50 spheres. That's the volume left over, divided by the initial volume, just like that. So it will be 2000 minus, then over 2000. Then your answer that you get to multiply by 100, expressed as a percentage, like this. All right, total volume is 2000. Then volume is to make 50 spheres. You say volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So it will be 4 over 3 pi times radius is 2 cubed. Then you can punch in your calculator 4 over 3. Then times pi times 2 cubed, which is 8. So it will be 32 over 3 pi. That's the volume of one sphere. Then times 50 spheres. Times 50 spheres. Then you get something like 1.6 over 3 pi. Then as a decimal, it's 1675.5. Then to 3 significant figures, or let me just put this one, 1675.52. Then subtract this from 2000, 324.4. You get 324.48. Then this one now divided by 2000 times 100, expressed as a percentage. You get 16.2% to 3 significant figures. Done. Just like that. Then next, the iron left over is then made into a cube. Calculate the length of the edge of the cube. Cube, all the sides they are equal, they are the same. That's for a cube. All the sides they are equal. That's a cube. So this side is called this side, is called this side. So the volume of a cube is side times side times side, which is called side to the power 3, side cubed. So here you can say side cubed is equals to the volume left over. Left over is what? Is this one, 324.48. That's 2000 minus the one used to make 50 spheres. So it's 324.48. Then it will be S. Put square cube root both sides. Cube root to remove the cube. So you get what here? Cube root of 324.48. You get 6.8716. To 3 significant figures is 6.87. Done. Right, next, a solid cone is radius 3 r centimeters and slant height 9 r centimeters. A solid cylinder is radius x centimeters and height 7 x centimeters. The total surface area of the cone is equal to the total surface area of the cylinder. Total surface area of the cone is equal to total surface area of the cylinder. Given that r is equals to kx. Find the value of k. Right, so you have to formulate an equation from this part. Total surface area of the cone is equal to total surface area of the cylinder. So what is the total surface area of the cone? Cone, remember we said what? This one is a cone. Then this one is the cylinder. Right? So to find the total surface area of the cone, you say the curved part, which is pi RL, plus the circle that is down there, plus this circle down. Then for this cylinder, you say the curved part, which we said 2 pi r times h. Then plus 2 circles down and up. 2 circles, it will be 2 times 2, 2 pi r squared. So they said here, total surface area of the cone, which is pi RL plus pi r squared, is equals to total surface area of the cylinder, which is curved 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared, area of 2 circles, like this. Take note, the radius of these guys are different, right? So let's put the appropriate radius. The solid cone is radius 3r. So for a cone, it will be pi times 3r times slant height. Do we have slant height of the cone? Slant height is 9r. Then plus pi times radius of the cone is 3r. Then squared is equals to 2 pi. Then radius of the cylinder, this one cylinder is x. Then times height of the cylinder is 7x. Then plus 2 pi times radius of the cylinder is x squared, like this. Done. Now we simplify this part. Then where there's r, you put kx. Then you can find your k, just like that. So let's simplify it. It will be 3 times 9 is 27. Then pi r squared. Plus this one, 3 squared is 9. So it will be 9 pi r squared. Is equals, then this one, 14, 2 times 7, 14 pi x squared. X times x is x squared. Then this one, it will be 2 pi x squared. Right. As you can see, we have pi everywhere. You can just divide by pi. Everything, pi will cancel out everywhere. We'll be left with 27 r squared plus 9 r squared is equals 14 x squared plus 2x squared. These are like terms also. These are like terms, so you can simplify. This one, 27 plus 9 is what? 36. 36 r squared is equals 14 plus 2 is 16 x squared. Then we're given that here. Let's substitute now. We're given that r is equals kx. So when there's r, you put kx. 36 kx squared. We substituted r with kx. Then it's called 16x squared. Then it will be 36k squared x squared is equal to 16x squared. Then after that, you want k, right? So you can divide by 36x squared both sides. X squared will cancel out. So it will be k squared is equals to 16 over 36. Right. Can you be able to simplify this one by 2? 2 into 16. Or by 4. 4 into 16, 4 into 36 is 9. Like this. Then from there, it's k squared is equals 4 over 9. Just put square root both sides. Square root both sides. It will be k is equals to root of 4 over 9. Root of a number is plus or minus. So it will be root of 4 is 2. Root of 9 is 3. So it's plus or minus 2 over 3. Done. That's the value of k. So done with this part. Next question. Right, we have this question. It looks funny, right? So the diagram shows a container for storing grain. The container is made from a hemisphere, a cylinder, and a cone. each with radius 2 meters, and the height of the cylinder is 5.2 meters high, given. Then the height of the cone is h meters, given. They said, calculate the volume of the hemisphere. Hemi means half sphere. So volume of hemisphere is volume of a sphere divided by 2. So it will be this volume divided by 2. So it will be 4 over 3 pi times radius is 2. Is 2 cubed. Then the answer will say over 2. Right? You can punch in your calculator. 2 cubed is 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 divided by 3, then times pi. $33.5 divided by 2, you get 16. Are we supposed to leave the answer in terms of pi? Yes. So in terms of pi, it's 16 over 3 pi. Just like that. So 16 over 3 pi. Next, the total volume of the container is. That's the total volume of the container, which is made up of hemisphere, cylinder, and cone. Calculate the value of h. How many marks? 4 marks. Wow. Total volume, we say volume of this hemisphere, which is 16 over 3 pi, plus the volume of the cylinder. Cylinder is pi r squared h, which means r is 2. So it's pi times 2 squared times 5.2. Yes. What is this one? Pi times, it will be pi times 4 times 5.2. 4 times 5.2, 20.8. 20.8 pi. Plus volume of the cone is this one. It's 1 over 3 pi r squared h. That's the volume of the cone. I'm sure it's given somewhere, because usually it will be given, or it's here. That's the volume of the cone with vertical height h. So it will be 1 over 3 pi r squared h. That's 1 over 3 times pi times radius is 2 squared, height is h. Then this will be 4. So the same as 4 over 3 pi h. 4 over 3 pi h. Then this whole thing is supposed to give you 88 over 3 pi. Right? I'm sure you can see there's pi everywhere. So you can just divide everything by pi, by pi, by pi, by pi, by pi, pi. So you get 16 plus 20.8 plus 4 over 3h is equals 88 over 3 pi. Then you can multiply everything by 3. So let's get rid of 3. We can just collect like terms, still it will make sense. So let's 16 plus 20.8, add that one to 16, you get 36.8. Let's simplify this first. Plus 4 over 3, h is equals 88 over, this pi is cancelled out already. So it's 88 over 3. Then if you can collect this one to this side, it will be 4 over 3h is equals 88 over 3 minus 36.8. Right? 88 over 3 minus 36.8. $88 over 3 minus 36.8. You get this one was 16 over 3. So there's an error here, because it's coming out negative. It's not supposed to be negative. So it's supposed to be 16 over 3. So this one, it means this one is not correct. Let's simplify this part first. So 16 over 3 plus 20.8. It will be 392 over 15. So this one will be 392 over 15. So 392 over 15. Then if you can simplify here, you say 88 over 3, 16 over 5. So it's 4 over 3h is equal to 16 over 5. Then you can simplify this one. It will be, you divide by, you can multiply by 5 both sides. It will be 20h. Or cross multiplication, this side, this side. Then 16 by 3. What do you get? 48. So h will be 48 divided by 20. .4. Done. And these are meters. Yes, these are meters. So h units. If they are not given, then you have to put your units. Next, the container is full of grain. Grain is removed from the container at a rate of 35,000 kgs per hour. 1 cubic meter of grain has a mass of 620 kg. Calculate the time taken to empty the container. Give your answer in hours and minutes. Right. They are saying here grain is removed from the container at a rate of 35,000 kg per hour. Then 1 cubic centimeter of grain has a mass of 1 cubic centimeter has a mass of 620. So first thing, you have the volume, that we have total volume basically. Then 1 cubic meter is 620 kgs. What about the total volume? Then how much volume do we have here? This one, 88 over 3 pi. 88 over 3 pi. That's the total volume. Then cubic meters. But 1 cubic meter has a mass of 620. What about this one? So you multiply this one times 620. Like this. So it will be 88 so it's times then pi. We get 54560. Actually, you're supposed to divide to multiply. That's correct. Then 5, then over 3 pi. So something like this, right? So that's this 1 cubic meter. Yes, this mass. What about this one? So you multiply by 620. Done. Now this one is something in kilograms. So this is the total mass that is of the everything here. Then grain is removed. Now we go back to this part. Grain is removed from the container at a rate of 35,000 per hour. Per each hour is 35,000, right? Which means 35,000 kgs. How long will it take to remove these items now? So you divide by 35,000. So divide this answer by 35,000. You get 1 point. So it will be 1.632 hours. But they said our answer must be in hours and minutes. How many hours, how many minutes? So you say 1 hour, basically. Then plus, you can round this one off. It's the same as 1.6. And this is the same as 1 plus 0.6. Right? So this one is a fraction of an hour. So it will be 1 hour, then plus 0.6 of an hour. That is 60 minutes. To convert to 60 to minutes, so it will be 0.6 times 60. You get 36. So it will be 1 hour, 36 minutes. Done. Just like that. Next question. A and B are points on a circle. Center O, radius r centimeters. The area of the shaded segment is 65 square centimeters. calculate the value of R. Area of the shaded, we say area of the bigger shape minus area unshaded. That is, so take for example, this one is not there, right? So imagine as if it's not existing. So I say area of the whole shape with the sector minus area of the triangle. That's area of the segment. So area of a sector, theta over 360 times pi r squared minus area of a triangle, half AB sine theta, is equals to area of the shaded, that is 65. So this is the formula that you need. Theta is an angle. Your angle is 140 over 360 times pi times, what's your radius? Is r squared. We have to find r, by the way. Then half times r times r. This side is r. Half AB sine theta. Then sine 140 is equal to 65. Then it's just a matter of simplifying this thing. This and this will cancel out. 0 and 0 cancel out. Then 14 divided by 36. So it will be 14 pi r squared over 36. Minus this one, it will be half r squared sine 140. Then this will be equal to 65, like this. Right, to simplify this, let me simplify this one. 14 pi. You just want the value of r, so it's not like as an exact value. You can give as a decimal. So let's say 14 pi divided by 36. Let's put decimals here. 1.2217. Make sure it will be to 4 decimal places or 3 decimal places. It will be fine. Then here it will be sine. I can store this one. You can say shift store. I can store in A. Then you can say now sine 140. Make sure your calculator is in degrees mode. Sine 140, then divided by 2 is 0.3214. R squared is equal to 65, like this. Right, I can store this one in B. Right, then subtract this, is I can say minus this one, what they are like terms. 1.221, 0.3214. You get 0.9003 r squared is equal to 65. Then after that, you can just divide this one. 65 divided by answer. 65 divided by this. You get 72.198. Then put square root both sides to get your r. Square root of this one is 8.49. 8.49, 8.5. 8.50. Right, so that's the value of h. Then we can say done. Then next item, let's confirm again. Yeah, that will be your r here. It's here. It's not coming from up there. So that's the answer. Then it's 8.50. Then done. Right. Then next question. Right, I have this fun item. The diagram shows a sector OXY of a circle with center O in radius 9.5 centimeters. The sector angle is 53 degrees. Then A lies on OX, B lies on OY, and OA is called OB. Let me mark OA. This one and this one, they are the same. Then they said, show that the area of the sector is 41.7. Correct to 1 decimal place. Area of a sector, theta over 360 times area of a circle, which is times pi r squared. That's area of a circle, which means our theta is 53 over 360 times pi times radius. What's the radius? 9.5 squared. Punch in your calculator. Surely you get 41.7 cubic centimeters. Done. Right. Then you can punch in your calculator. Then next part, the area of triangle OAB is 1/3 the area of sector OXY. Let's check area of triangle OAB. Where is OAB? Is OAB, that small triangle, is 1/3 area of sector OXY. Area of sector OXY. So area of a triangle is equals to 1/3 sector. So it will be area of triangle is what? Half AB sine theta, which means this side and this side are the same. So you can call this side X, this side, this part OBX or AX. So area of a triangle is half AB, which means X times X, then sine 53. So it's half X squared sine 53. So it's half X squared is equals to 1/3 of area of sector. Area of sector is here, 41.7. This one is already given, right? We can now find OA, that's X, that's OA. Right, let's find our X. We can simplify here. Even put decimals, not a problem. You can say sine 53 divided by 2. 0.3993 x squared. The problem with decimals, you have to put if it's not the final answer, make sure you put your answer to 4 or 3 decimal places. That will make sense. Then it's 13.9. Yeah, so divide 13.9 divided by this one. That's you get your x squared is equals to 13.9 divided by 0.3993. You get 34.8. Then put square root. Square root of this answer, 5.9. Just like that. So that's OA is 5.9 centimeters. Next C part. The diagram shows a sector OPQ of a circle with center O and radius 24 centimeters. The sector angle is 60 degrees. A cone is made from this sector by joining OP and OQ. OP and OQ. We now have a cone from a sector. Calculate the volume of the cone. Volume of this cone, right? Volume of a cone was given the formula 1/3 pi r squared h. H is the perpendicular height. So it will be this one. Let me fill that one first. So I put it like this first. This will be the radius r. And this will be the height h. That's the one that you use to find the volume of the cone. Please take note. There are things that are similar, that are the same actually. Because this cone was made from the sector. So you can check PQ. On this sector, it was arc length. But now PQ is circumference. So which means you can say arc length is equal to circumference. That's how I find the radius r of the cone. So arc length here is theta over 360 times 2 pi r, or times pi d, 2 pi r. Then it's called circumference is 2 pi r. Then you find your radius, right? Just like that. So theta is 60 over 360 times 2 times pi. What is our pi? We don't have pi. We use your calculator times radius 24. Then it's equal to 2 pi r. Then pi and pi is everywhere. So that one you can divide by pi. Divide by pi. So it will be pi will cancel out. Then you have something like this. 0 cancel out 6 into this one, 66. Then 6 into 24 is actually 4. Then 4 by 2 is 8. So except we'll be left with 8 is equals to 2r. Then divide by 2 by 2, you get your r is equals to 4 centimeters. Wow. So the radius of the cone is 4 centimeters. Then the height of the cone now is the one that you have to find. How can you find? You say this one is 24, 24. So OQ is still 24. OQ is 24. Now from this, we can take something at right angle triangle like this to find the height H. Then this will be 4, this will be 24. To find H, use Pythagoras. So say H squared plus 4 squared is equal to 24 squared. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. That's Pythagoras. Then it will be H squared is 24 squared minus 4 squared. Then H will be root of 24 squared minus 4 squared. You can punch in your calculator root of 24 squared minus 4 squared. 4 root 35. Can get 4 root 35. Or as a decimal is 23.664. If it's not the final answer, please 3 decimal places or 4. It will be better. Now to find the volume of the cone, it will be 1 over 3 times pi times radius is 4. Height is this one. That is 23.664. Then you can now punch in your calculator everything. Then 23 times 4 times pi, then divided by 3, 297 divided by 3. You get 99.125. That's the volume. So 99.125, it will be 99.1. These are 6 marks. So it means all this working here, all this fun working must appear on this space, right? Please take note of that one. It must be in this space. Then do we still have some questions? This one is the same as that one, basically. The one that you have just done. Say the volume of a paper cone of radius 2.4 centimeters is 95.4 cubic centimeters. The paper is cut along the slant height from O to AB. Then the cone is open to form a sector OAB of a circle with center O. Calculate the sector angle X. How many marks? 6 marks. Wow. Nice one. Right. The volume of the paper cone is 2.4. The volume of this item is 2.4 of this one. So which means for a cone, we must have the height H. Then they said what here? The volume of the paper cone of radius is this one. So height H, then this side is the same as this side here. That's OA. So they said volume is of radius 2.4. Here we have circumference is now equal to arc length on this side. Circumference here is 2 pi r or pi d. Right? So 2 pi r or pi d, that's circumference. So it will be equal to, let me work out this one. 2 pi r, that circumference is 2 times pi times radius 2.4. So it will be 2.4 times, is it 4.8 pi? So 4.8 pi, that's circumference. And here is arc length 4.8 pi. That's arc length now. Then the other thing, we have the volume. Is 95.4, for which our volume of the cone 1 over 3 pi times radius. Want to find the height. Radius 2.4 squared times h is equals 95.4. Right. We are using this to find the height. Then after finding the height, if you can check. Want to find this side, I can call OA. To find the side OA, you take a triangle like this. This one is OA. Then we have the height h. Then our radius is 2.4. So if you can find the height, then you can use height and 2.4 to find OA. Pythagoras theorem. Then you can have our OA. That will be the radius of the sector. Done. So let's work out this one. 2.4 squared times pi times pi, then divided by 3, you get 6.03186H is 95.4. So you say 95.4 divided by this one. 95.4 divided by this, and we get 15.8. 15.82 centimeters. So our height is 15.82. So this one is 15.82. Now to find OA, we use Pythagoras. So it's 15.82 squared plus 2.4 squared, 15.82 squared plus 2.4 squared is equals OA squared. So I say this one, 15.28 squared plus 2.4 squared. What do you get? 255.9 is equals OA squared. Then you put square root both sides, you get your OA. OA is equals to root of this. Then you get 15.9997 is 16. That's OA. OA is 16, so it means this one is 16 centimeters. That will be the radius of this item, right? Right now, what do you have to find? We want to find the value of angle X. So arc length AB is 4.8 pi. You can just use that one, right? Arc length is called 4.8. Arc length is theta over 360 times 2 pi r or times pi d is equals to 4.8 pi. Like this. What is my theta? It's X. So I can write it as X over 360 times 2 times pi times r. What's the radius? I have it now. 16. 16. Do we have squared? No. Then this one is equals 4.8 pi, like this. Then 2 into 360, 180, or 2 times 16. Let me say this one times 2 times divided by 360. Right. Then if you can check, pi is appearing both sides. So this pi and pi can cancel out. So if this one now 0.08887 x is equals 4.8. Divide 4.8 by this one, you get 54 degrees, 54.000. So it's 54 degrees, done. So that's the value of x, just like that. The next question, these are 4 marks. An air tank is filled using a cylindrical pipe with diameter 8 centimeters, which means radius is diameter divided by 2, which is 4 centimeter radius. Then fuel flows along this pipe at a rate of 2 meters per second. It takes 24 minutes to fill the tank. Calculate the capacity of the tank. This one is the cylindrical tank. Volume of a cylinder, pi r squared h. That's the volume of a cylinder. Radius is 4. Height, do we have height? No. How can we find height? Is 2 meters per second. So we want to find the total height or distance in this case. That will be the length actually. So 2 meters per second, and how many? Seconds. Seconds is 24 times 60. 24 by 60, these are the seconds. You convert minutes to seconds. You get 14440 seconds. So that's the time in seconds. Then per each second is 2 meters. So to find the number of meters, that's the height or the length. You say 1440 times 2. Times 2. You get 2880. And these are meters, right? So that will be the height. Then the capacity. Capacity is volume. So volume of the cylinder is pi times radius 4 squared times height. That is 2880. Then it will be 2880 times 4 squared 16, then times pi, you get 46080 pi. And these are cubic centimeters. Then 1 cubic centimeter is actually 1 liter. 1 liter is 1000 cubic centimeters. What about these cubic centimeters? More. You divide by 1000. So it will be 46080 pi over 1000. Divided by 1000. So this one divided by, actually, our answer is not in cubic centimeters, cubic meters. So what is supposed to have done actually? What is supposed to have done? To convert this one, it's easier that way. Or even here you can still do the same, but to convert this one to centimeters, 2 meters, you multiply by 100. So it's supposed to be 200. So this item is supposed to be added 2 zeros. So it means this item is supposed to add 2 zeros. So that it will be in cubic centimeters. Then here it's supposed to be 2 zeros, then pi. Like this. Then divide this one. It's now 460. 46080 pi divided by 1000. Actually, just moving is 4608 pi. This will be liters, right? Then convert it will be 14,000. Is 14,476.458 to 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3 is 14500 liters. Just like that, done. Right, no more question. Like the next part, they said the diagram shows a sector of a circle with center O, radius 8 centimeters, and sector angle 165. Calculate the total perimeter of the sector. Total perimeter of this sector, you say what? Distance right round, this will be 8 centimeters. Like this. So it will be 8. Then angle sector is this one. So it will be perimeter is arc length, theta over 360 times pi d or 2 pi r. That's arc length plus this one. Plus radius plus 8 plus 8. Just like that. So our theta is 165. 165 over 3 times 2 times pi times radius 8. Then the answer that you get plus 8 plus 8. So let's punch in our calculator this part first. This part first. So it's 165 times 2 times 8 times pi divided by 360. Then the answer, you 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 16. 39.03. So it's just 39. Just like this. 30 centimeters. That's the perimeter of this item. The next, the surface area of the sphere is the same as the area of the sector. Calculate the radius of the sphere. Sphere, surface area is this one. So you say 4 pi r squared, that surface area of the sphere, is the same as what? You form an equation, the area of the sector, theta of 360 times pi r squared. That's area of the sector. So our theta is actually 165 over 36 times pi r squared times radius is 8 squared. Like this. Then you simplify, you get your answer. Pi appearing everywhere, so pi can be simplified. So it will be 4r squared is equals to, then let's simplify this side, 165 divided by 360, then times 8 squared, which is 64, 88 over 3. Like this. Then this one divided by 4, you get 22 over 3. The square root of this item, you get 2.71. Just like that. So we can say we are done. Then next, we still have this one. Wow. A cone is made from the sector by joining OA to OB. It's still the one that we did. Calculate the radius R of the cone. We can check the things that are the same here. We have joined this one to make a cone. So still this one is 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter. Then arc length, we have it. Why do we have arc length? Yes, you can find it. So it's 8. OA, OB is still 8. So this one is 8 centimeters. Then arc length is now circumference. Right. So arc length here is theta. That was 165 over 360 times 2 pi times radius is 8. Then it's equals to, now it's circumference, which is 2 pi r. Pi and pi can cancel out. Just cancel out pi and pi. Then you can divide now. 165 divided by 360. Then times 16. That is 2 times 8. You get 22 over 3. Is equals to 2r, like this. Then this one divided by 2. 11 over 3. Then r will be 11 over 3. Which means it's 3.67. That's the radius. Oh, one the radius of the cone. Wow, really? So it means this working was supposed to be here. Next, calculate the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone, we need the height. We have h here. That's the vertical height is h. So this radius is 3.67. So you can find h using Pythagoras. You can see right angle triangle with 8 here and 3.67 here and our h here. So you can use Pythagoras. It will be h squared plus 3.67 squared is equals to 8 squared. That's the hypotenuse. Then it will be h squared is equals 8 squared minus 3.67 squared. Then you can put square root both sides. It will be h is equals to, then this one 8 squared then square root of 7.11. 7.11 centimeters. Then for the volume now, we say 1 over 3 times pi times radius. What's our radius? 3.67 square times height, 7.11. Like this. Then you punch in your calculator. This one times 3.67 squared times pi divided by 3 is 100. 100.2871. 3 significant figures. It will be 100 cubic centimeters. So that will be the volume. Just like that. Please take note of that part. Right. Then this one. The diagram shows a prism with a rectangular base. ABFE is given. Then calculate the total surface area of the prism. Do you have some information given? Yes, AB8, ABF, angle ABC is 70 given. So this one, let's check. They said shows a prism with rectangular base. The cross section ABC is the trapezium. We have this information given. It's very important. AD is equal to BC. You have to mark this and this. So this one is called an isosceles trapezium. It's an isosceles trapezium with two sides equal or the same. Which means this angle will still also be 70, right? Then this side, let's say this side is 5 centimeters. So what happens for an isosceles trapezium? If I can draw, I want the height of the trapezium. Height of the trapezium, if I can do like this, then see this one is 8 centimeters, the whole of this side. and the top part is 5 centimeters, you say 8 minus 5 is what? Is 3. Then these two sides are the same. 3 divided by 2, 1.5, 1.5. Aha, like this, 1.5, 1.5. So from this, you can find your height. How? You can use soccer tour. Soccer tour. Soccer tour. In this case, our height is this one. So if it's a triangle like this with 70 degrees, want to find h. This side is 1.5. So to find h, it will be opposite. Then 1.5 is adjacent. Opposite adjacent is tan. So you say tan 70 is opposite, that is h over 1.5. So cross multiply. 1.5 tan 70 is equals to h. Then you can make use of a calculator. Make sure your calculator is in degrees mode. So your h is 4.12. That's your height. Let me put it there. That's your height. It's part of your working. How many marks? 6 marks. Wow. Then next part. Want the total surface area of the prism in this case, right? Which means surface area, when the area of this trapezium plus this trapezium, they're identical, they're the same. It means times 2. Plus the area of the top part, plus the area of the part that is down here, plus area of this one is a rectangle, but there are two rectangles, plus the one on the other side. And this rectangle, want to find we have the length 12 centimeters of this rectangle, but the width, that is CB or BC. BC is the width. We don't have BC. So you can say BC. Using the same triangle, you can find BC. BC is the same triangle. It will be BC this side. It will be hypotenuse. 1.5 is adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse is cos. So you say cos 70 is adjacent over hypotenuse. 1.5 over BC. Then you cross multiply. BC cos 70 is equals to 1.5. Then it will be cos 70 divided by cos 70, actually divided by cos 70 both sides by cos 70. It will be BC is equals to 1.5 divided by cos 70. $4.386. That's your BC. So then you can say 4.39 centimeter. That's your BC. Now if this side 4.39. Now you can find the total surface area of this item now. So let's find the area of the trapezium times 2. Base AB is 5 and 8 times height 4.2. So area of a trapezium is half A plus B, that's 5 plus 8 times height, which is 4.12 plus. Then since there are two identical trapezium, multiply this times 2. Then the rectangle, that is CBFG. CBFG is the same as ADHE. ADHE. So CBFG, its length 12 times width 4.39. 12 times 4.39. This is identical. You multiply by 2 with the other one on the other side. So we're down with 4 items now. Now the base. Base is 12 times 8. That's the rectangle with the base. Plus 12 times 8. Right, plus the top part. The top part, this one, is length times width, which means 12 times. This part is 12 times 5. 12 times 5. Make use of a calculator. Actually, this 2 cancel out. It will cancel out. So 5 plus 8, it's 13. 5 plus 8 is 11. It's 11. So at 5 plus 8, 8 plus is 13. That's correct. So 13 times 4 point. Let me apply. Is 13 times 4.12 plus. I can just punch everything. Plus 2 times, then 12 times 4.39 inside the brackets, plus 12 times 8 inside the brackets plus 12 times 5 is 60. You get 314.92. To three significant figures, 315. Just like that. Done deal. Do we have another more interesting question? This one says the diagram shows a square with side length 8 centimeters and a sector of a circle with radius 9.5 centimeters and sector angle x degrees. The perimeter of the square is equal to the perimeter of the sector. The square, this side is 888. So this side is 888. 9.5, 9.5 radius. Done. Perimeter of a square is 8 plus 8 plus 8, or 8 by 4. That's perimeter of a square. They say the perimeter of the square is equal to perimeter of the sector. Perimeter of the sector is theta over 360 times. It's arc length, this one. That one's arc length. That's theta over 360 times 2 pi r. That's arc length. Plus radius, which is 9.5 plus 9.5. That's the radius. So you have your equation. Then our radius is 9.5. So let me just substitute it here. .5 here. Then 8 times 4 is 32, is equals to theta, that's my x, over 360 times 2, 2 times 9.5. 2 times 9.5, what do you get? 19. So it will be more like 19 pi. This one also will be 19, right? Let's now punch in your calculator. 2 times 9.5 is 19. 19 divided by 360. 19 over 360. Then times pi. You get 33 is equals to, here you get 0.1658 x plus 19. Then you take 19, the other side, you subtract. So it will be 32 minus 19, that's 13. So it will be 13 divided by 0.1. Right, let me just say 13 is equal to 0.1658x. Then divide by 0.1658. Both sides. So it's 13 divided by 0.1658. 78 degrees, just like this. So that's how you find your angle, right? Just like that. Right, I have a fine item here. A rectangular sheet of paper ABCD is made into an open cylinder with the edge AB meeting edge DC. Then AD 28, AB 20. Show that the radius of the cylinder is 4.46 centimeters, correct to three significant figures. Radius of the cylinder. Check here, a cylinder, side AD has been joined. BC has been joined, so this one will be 28, 28. This will be 20. When this side is also 20. Then it's now circumference here. It was AD 28. Now it's circumference BC. So what you do to find the radius of this item, of the cylinder, is circumference now, which is 2 pi r, is equals to, it was length AD or BC, 28. You divide, so r is equals 28 over 2 pi, which is 14 over pi, just like that. So 14 divided by pi, 4.4533, which is equals 4.46, shown. Done. Next, calculate the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder, volume is say cross-sectional area times height. That's volume is area of a base or cross section of the cylinder is a circle, which means area of a circle pi r squared times height. Height is 20. So volume is pi times radius. We have it here 4.46 squared times height. Height is what? Is 20. So if you can punch in your calculator, it will be pi times 4.46 squared times 20. You get 1249.826. Three significant figures. 1250. Just like this. Right. Then N is a point on the base of the cylinder such that BN is diameter. BN is diameter of the cylinder. Then calculate the angle between AN and the base of the cylinder. AN and the base of the cylinder. So BN is the diameter, so I can just put my diameter here. Then say calculate the angle between AN and the base of the cylinder. AN and the base, so it will be AN is this one. So this is the angle that we're looking for. Radius times 2, that will be diameter. Then you have 20. So you have a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle like this. With this angle theta. Then radius 4.46 times 2. 8.92. And this one 20. Want to find this angle. So to find this angle, soccer tour, we have opposite and adjacent, that's tan. So you can say soccer tour, say tan theta, which is the angle is equals opposite, which is 20 over 8.92. Then to get our theta, you say theta is arctan of 20 over 8.92. Arctan of 20 divided by 8.92. 65 points. Actually, this one 65.96. Then your angles must be correct to the nearest to one decimal place. So this one it will be 66.0. Done. And these are degrees. Right? Do you have some more interesting item? Like this one. This one looks interesting. The diagram shows a solid cone and a solid hemisphere. The cone is radius 2.4 centimeters, a slant height 6.3 centimeters. The hemisphere is radius r. The total surface area of the cone is equal to the total surface area of the hemisphere. Calculate the value of r. From this statement, that's where you're supposed to form an equation. The total surface area of the cone, that is curved plus area of the circle, that is down here. Curved is pi RL, is given here. Curved surface area plus area of a circle, that is pi r squared. That the total surface area of the cone is equal to total surface area of the hemisphere. The hemisphere, if you can check, we have a circle here, that is pi r squared, plus we have this part, that is half of the cone, half of the sphere, right? So for a sphere, total surface area is 4 pi r squared. For a hemisphere, it's divided by 2. So this is the formula that we need. Then we have to find the value of r, just like that. Right? Let's substitute. For a cone, pi times radius of a cone is 2.4 times slender height is 6.3. This is the slender height. Then plus then pi times radius 2.4 squared is equals to pi. Radius of the hemisphere is what? Is r. So it's pi times r squared plus this 2 and 2, it will be 2 pi r. So it will be 2 times pi times radius is r squared, like this. Then you have to find the value of r. Let's simplify this side. Pi is everywhere, so you can just even divide by pi everywhere. let's ignore pi. Let's start by simplifying first. 2.4 times 6.3 is 15.2.12 pi plus 2.4 squared 5.76 pi is equals, then this will be pi r squared plus 2 pi r squared. This can be simplified. 5.76 plus 15.12, you get 20.88 pi is equal, then this one is the same as here is 1 pi r squared plus 2 pi r squared is 3 pi r squared. Then find your r and divide by pi or 3 pi first. Pi will cancel out, then this one divided by 3, you get 6.96 is equals to r squared. Then you put square root, then root of this answer 2.638, so it's 2.64. Just like that. Do we still have some interesting questions? Right, so everything worked out now. Then after watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Sir Mangeya signing out. Hope you are blessed. Thank you.